Good morning, this is Hugh. This is kind of a rush thing, so if I look a little disheveled, it's because I just got up a little bit ago. Before I start, I want to say that first, I talked to Sig Sauer on the phone this morning. And I talked to a fellow, and they're going to send me a shipping label and instructions on how to return my Virtus for repairs. And they told me if they can't repair it, they'll replace it. So far, you know, I'm pretty happy. You can't argue with that. I mean, having been in business for a long time, I know that fixing what's wrong at no cost is pretty much the best you can expect. So I can't argue with that. So anyway, what's been going on with the Virtus is first, it's got a slight leak, and that started a while back, but it was real slow and it wasn't losing a lot of pressure. But so then it started to jam, and what happens is it will only fire if you pull the charging lever before each shot, and it feels like the power is fluctuating a lot too. So it sounds like this was from one of the viewers, said it sounds like it's the valve, and I kind of got that idea from talking to the fellow at Sig this morning too. But he said basically that he thought it sounded like a pretty easy fix, but if not, they'll replace it, so I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I've aired this up to 2,000 pounds. I didn't want to fill it to 3 because it's shipping out today, and it just isn't necessary. It's regulated at 1,100 pounds anyway, so that shouldn't make any difference. So I'm going to load up, and all I got is a metal plate hanging down. It doesn't even have a target on it. I just wanted, this is all about how the gun's working. So we'll get it loaded here. I've got a magazine already filled, and all the pellets have been seated. So it's ready to go. And these are the H&Ns. I was out of sniper lights. I believe these are the Barracudas. They're a little bit lighter. But this is probably the second favorite pellet for this gun, being the heavier H&N. It's about 14.9 or something grains. It's the one that shoots really good. These it shoots pretty good too. So anyhow, we'll get there. Okay. Safety's off. Okay. Well, we'll try it without pulling the charging lever. Oh no, I have to because I just filled it in. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. Now, if everything's working well, when I pull the trigger gun, the first part of the trigger pull, first stage is just advancing the belt, and the second stage will be firing the pellet. Now if it's doing what it's been doing, it's not going to do that. Let's see, get on target first. There you go. Locked up. Now, charging lever. See if this even works now. Okay. And that's the story. That's what it's doing. Now, alright, here we go. So, anyhow, that's what's going on with it. And I got to tell you, I was a little bummed out about it. I thought, oh boy, you know, it's an air gun. They're not going to stand behind it. But, you know, after talking to Sig this morning, don't worry, this is just vodka. No, it's water. I'm kidding. So after talking to Sig this morning, I'm really pleased. I can't complain. I mean, that's... Oh, and another thing, too. I was going to put the FX Crony on it to see if it really is fluctuating in power. But since I'm sending this back today and I'm kind of in a rush, I thought I would just demonstrate, you know, what it's doing as far as the firing goes. So We'll try it again and then we'll wrap it up for today. Same difference. Okay, here we go. Charging lever. Now, if you're not familiar with the Sig Vertus, what this is supposed to do is every time you pull the trigger, it's supposed to fire. You're not supposed to touch a charging lever or anything. It is a kind of a two-stage trigger because it does have the first part of the pull, it advances, second part it fires, but that's it. You're supposed to be able to fire as fast as you can pull the trigger. And when it's working right, that's exactly what it does, and it's a riot to shoot when it's working. But I don't know if you noticed, but I've got my bipod and stuff off it. I'm going to take this adapter off and some of these rails I've added, and I'll take the scope off because if they end up replacing it, I don't want them to have all my stuff, and it'd be just extra weight shipping anyway. So oh, just so you know, there's no weight on this. You know, I wouldn't have the bottle propped up. This hockey puck down here is actually carrying the weight. All this is doing is the butt piece is in between these grooves, and that's just steadying it a little bit. Because I wouldn't want any pressure on that connection there. You know, I would never do that with this type of setup. So anyhow, that's it for today. You can see what it's doing, and I did notice the third shot, I'm assuming it dropped below the plate. So because you didn't hear it, the plate, it hit the rubber. So that pretty much shows you the power fluctuation right there, because you know, at this distance, it's a pretty sure thing I'm going to hit a plate even as bad as my eyesight is. I'm not quite that bad. So anyway, hey, stay safe, keep your distance, wear a mask if you're out in public, and have a good day. Bye now.